time for Hey, I'm Talking Here with Frankie Corrado.
Frankie Corrado joining us. He's on the road covering the NHL for TSN. Very gracious to join us for a few minutes to talk about this Oiler win. Frankie, as someone who's been on NHL teams, like if you're a team that's struggling and then you go on a long road trip and it looks like you've lost the game with like 30 seconds to go, and then an offside call gives you a chance to get that point back and you get it, is this like potentially something that could give you juice to turn your season around?
Yeah, it could be. Like, it wasn't an easy game for the Oilers to play because, Jay, the Oilers have been on this roller coaster of highs and lows, losing so badly to the Colorado Avalanche. And then the game against overtime where essentially Connor McDavid calls game and says, we're just going to win this thing and there's nothing you can do about it. Now, those highs and lows, they're not exactly sustainable, especially when you're going on the type of road trip that the Edmonton Oilers are going on. But they find a way to win this game with an execution plan that's more sustainable. You know, for the lion's share of this game, they were a really good defensive team because they didn't spend that much time in their own zone. They had the puck a lot, and the time that they spent in their zone, they were sharp. They knew where their responsibilities were, and most importantly, after that, they broke the puck out clean and got back to playing in the offensive zone. Now, the Philadelphia Flyers had their push, and you knew that was going to happen, and of course, you would like to put a few more goals on the board if you're Edmonton, but that execution of defensive hockey will lead to more offense for the Edmonton Oilers and is a more sustainable way of winning, not having the highs and lows and essentially saying, hey, Connor, you got to call game for us again tonight.
The thing about this Oiler team, Frankie, especially up front and especially in the top three lines, is there's been a lot of turnover since the end of last season and a lot of new guys in this lineup. From what you've seen, does this team have the depth they need to help out Connor McDavid offensively long term?
Well, when they're all healthy, meaning Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is playing, Zach Hyman is playing, and now Jack Roslovic, who has been great for them and all of a sudden has back-to-back overtime winners, you get a sense that there's more depth than what we've seen so far throughout the Edmonton Oilers season. And that means there's more offense under the hood, which is something that they could greatly use because like I just talked about, you can't just do it with 97 and 29 alone, even though they are such incredible players. And there's some other guys, Jay, that their shooting percentages are going to go up because they get a significant amount of chances. I think of a guy like Vasily Podkolzin or Matthew Savoy. These guys are around the net a lot. They get chances, doesn't necessarily always go in for them. So when Nugent-Hopkins is back, when Hyman is back, when other players start to score more based on what they're generating and the importance of the signing of Jack Roslovic, yeah, there's more depth than what we've seen so far for the Edmonton Oilers, and they will score more. But I think about tonight's game and them flying, across the continent, time change, highs and lows, winning this game with a good defensive mindset, and then Jack Roslovic, who you signed and basically took out of a practice rink in Ohio, is giving you great production and 2 important goals over the last 2 games. Those are 2 very important points for this team who are in a big fight in the Western Conference. So, yeah, there's more depth than it may seem right now for the Edmonton Oilers, and there will be more offense to come.
And up next for the Oilers, one of Jack Roslovic's former teams, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Edmonton will face them again on Thursday as Game 2 of their 7-game road trip.